As we fast from dawn till dusk, we are reminded of the blessings of patience and gratitude. As we break bread together, we celebrate the unity that binds us as one human family. As the sun sets,
Today on the show, we'll delve into the essence of Ramadan as we listen to soul-lifting Quranic recitation, and our Sheikh will answer some popular questions about Islam. Trust us, you don't want to miss our favorite part, IFTAR with NYMA. Welcome to IFTAR with NYMA.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Marhaba, you're welcome. Happy Ramadan, Ramadan Kareem. May Allah accept it as ibadah on our part. And may it not make this the last one for us. You are welcome. Yeah, yes,
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another segment on IFTAR with NYMA. And this is IFTAR with NYMA. On today's IFTAR, I'm having IFTAR with my father and teacher, USTADH ABDUL FATTAH Abdul Majid, the former Amir Companion Lagos. Am I correct, sir?
Yeah, Companion Lagos District.
Companion Lagos District, yes. Thank you so much for hosting us today.
Well, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let me also thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on your show.
Thank you so much, sir. And so I have just a few questions so our viewers can learn about Ramadan before we go to just eating, because everybody thinks if Ramadan is about abstaining from food and then breaking your fast and eating it all that you missed during the lunch time. But just quickly, why is it important to raise our children in the way of Allah, whether Islamically or otherwise?
What a question. Who has given you those children? Allah. And when the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was talking about children, he said, every child is born on a natural fitra, that their parents make them into whatever they become, Jew, Christian, and so on and so forth. But they are unnatural. So first and foremost, why should we raise them? And without mincing words, Allah also informed us as to why we are here. When he says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I've not created human beings and the jinns other than that they should worship me. Even the marriage, if you look at the 3 verses that they usually quote, that Ya ayyuhan nasu taqu rabbakum alladhi khalaqakum min nafsin wahida. Fear Allah who has created you from a single soul. That is because of time. The other one is saying Ya ayyuhan ladina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatih taqullaha. The third one is saying Ya ayyuhan ladina amanu ittaqullaha wa qulu qawlan sadida. Ittaqullaha. Fear Allah, fear Allah, fear Allah. So in that, it's saying that, look, the reason why you are here in the first instance is to keep your duty to Allah. And one of such duties is raising a good home. And that was why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam once said, every child is born in a natural fitra. They call it natural state. It is the parent that turned them to Christian, Jew, or whatever. So therefore, child upbringing, tarbiyah, is a religious service in Islam, which if you do, you get reward. If you fail to do, you'll be punished for it, because the child will then be asking you on that, look, ask my father or ask my mother, when they are going to pray in the morning, they leave me to sleep. I thought they loved me. I never knew that they were actually doing me more harm than good. This will be on the day of judgment. So it's a duty that you are here to do. And that is why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, for those who carry out such duties, on the day of judgment, I'll be proud of them because I want so many of them. So child upbringing in Islam is not just, it's actually a religious duty.
So, because it's Ramadan, I would always ask my guest or my host that what is the essence of Ramadan? Because just as I introduced earlier, that most people assume is to just abstain from food and drink and make it all up at night when you break your fast. What exactly is the essence of Ramadan?
The first year after migration from Mecca to Medina, Ramadan has not become obligatory, but the Prophet made the people in Medina fasting Ashura, which was to commemorate the liberation of the Israelites and Moses. And the prophet said, why not? Musa is more to us than to you, so we'll be fasting Ashura. It was the second year after the migration of the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that Allah, few days, the last day of Shaban, which we have just left, Allah then revealed, Ya ayu alladina amanu, kutiba alaykumus siyamu, kama kutiba ala alladina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. That all you who believe. Fasting is ordained for you, just as it has been ordained for those before you. Why? La'allakum tattaqun. So that you become God conscious. One, you show love to Allah, because when you talk of taqwa, origin of taqwa is waka, which is to protect something, preserve something, keep something. That is where it's coming from. So that you show love to Allah, you put your hope in Allah, and you also fear Allah. So fasting, therefore, is a period when you show your total and unconditional submission to the will of Allah. Right from the first night of Ramadan, Allah has closed all gates leading to the hellfire. And He has opened all gates leading to paradise. Not only that, He has now enchained the devil, the shayateen, and the jinns. They have all been chained. And He has appointed an angel that will say, oh, those who want to be successful, this is the time you can be successful. Come forward. Those who want to fail, this is not a period for failure. Stop it. And Allah therefore grant liberation every night to those that have been destined for hellfire to enter paradise. So that is what Ramadan and the fasting is. One, it is a pillar of Islam, because the Prophet has said so. Buni al-Islam ala hamsi shahadat Allah ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah wa tuqimu salah wa tutiya zakah wa tasuma Ramadan wa ta'ujal bait in istata'ta ilayhi sabila. That Islam is built on 5. You believe in Allah, Muhammad is a prophet, you establish regular prayer, you pay zakah, then fasting in the month of Ramadan, and of course go on Hajj. So therefore it is a pillar which nobody who is a Muslim can reject. If you reject it, then you are not a Muslim.
So one of the lessons of Ramadan that I cherished growing up is sharing iftar with people. And I see that a lot of people don't do it anymore these days. Why is it important to share iftar?
Thank you very much. And we should use this opportunity to tell people this is the best period to do it. You know, the Prophet used to recite, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, do what they call muraja, revision, Quranic recitation for Jibril. And it is said that when the Prophet does that, the Prophet was more generous than any other month. In fact, more than the wind that is blowing. That is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then the Prophet also said, the one who has given a fasting person something to break his fast will have the same reward as a fasting person without necessarily reducing the reward that goes to the faster. So, therefore, why will I not be ready to host? But we should host those that do not have the wherewithal. That is where the problem is. Of course, we can felicitate with our brothers, with our colleagues, but there are so many people this time who are indigent that we should extend this to and earn more reward from Allah.
My final question, which is what exactly, let me even focus on you now, Ustaz. What would you be saying? What are you trying to attain this Ramadan? What should a Muslim be trying to attain in Ramadan?
Well, what should a Muslim be trying to attain in Ramadan? The Prophet answered that question. And he gave there are two hadith. The two hadith. In one he said, Man soma Ramadan imanan wahtisaban gufira lahu ma taqaddama min zambihi. In another one he said, Man qama Ramadan imanan wahtisaban gufira lahu ma taqaddama min zambihi. What is the meaning of the first one? He said, whoever fasts Ramadan based on faith, imanan. It's not the hunger. It's imanan. That Allah has asked me to do it and I'm doing it for the sake of Allah. That is what's missing. Imanan. Wahtisaban. And then I now have hope that after doing it, there will be reward from Allah. Imanan wahtisaban. Then he said, Man qama, whoever now stood during the night of Ramadan, praying to God, praying. You see, and that is why it is not how long, but how well. Not how long, but how well. May we attain paradise.
That's the prayer that I want. That's what I am attaining. I will pray to attain paradise at the end of every Ramadan. So I deliberately plan towards Ramadan. It's a transformational time for me. It's a time for repairs for me because I'm not perfect, to seek the forgiveness of Allah and attain paradise. So every Ramadan to Ramadan. I hope you have learnt, because I have learnt deeply. I've been reminded of lessons I grew up with, and I have learnt new lessons as well. It was a swell time on IFTAR with NYMA, and I can't wait to break the fast because, it's also good to look towards the time for breaking of the fast. And so that's the next thing.
So, thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing.
So,
Ustaz, what do we say before breaking the fast? What's that prayer?
thank you. There are two prayers recommended, of course. One stronger is Zahaba Zammau wabtalatil huruk wa dhabatal hajr insha'Allahu ta'ala. That one is stronger. The other one is Allahumma laka sumtu wa ala rizqika aftartu. Of course, the first one is saying the task is assuaged and insha'Allah reward is in view. The second one is saying, Allahumma laka, oh Allah, you are the one we fasted for. And it is from your provision that we want to break our fast. The sunnah of the Prophet, of course, if you have date, fresh date is better than dry date, and then dry date is better after that one. So, Allahumma laka sumt wa ala rizqika aftartu.
For all you do, you be one, and no be two. I look around me, what I see, your blessings surround me. Al-Aziz, all you gotta say is be, I need to be. Oh my love, you the one I got. Looking up to you, had made me see the open doors. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. I don't know what it feels like to not believe in God.
سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر
waiting for something to happen. This waiting comes with trials and challenges.